Hey, good Friday morning, my friends. MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa here with the MLive Morning Weather Update brought to you by Consumers Energy. And it does look like we'll have enough heat and humidity combined with a moderately strong storm system this afternoon to set off one or two fairly large circular severe thunderstorms. All of the modeling kind of points toward that, and it makes sense. And those are typically hail producers. And what's interesting is the Storm Prediction Center usually pretty liberal on that very lowest chance of a tornado, the 2% chance. They have zero chance of a tornado in our region in our state for today. So they're thinking strictly a hail producer that also can have some damaging wind gusts. Fairly isolated, and I'll show you where that is all set to occur as we look into the current radar and the modeling. So current radar, nothing severe. There are showers in the southwest corner of the state. There's showers scattered about all of the southern half, more dry areas than wet areas. Ann Arbor, you're into the showery pattern now and heading into the Detroit area too, but Flint to Lansing and Grand Rapids still dry. And then in northern Michigan, there are more showers from Cadillac all the way to the bridge, and the UP is fairly wet. Like I said, here's the Storm Prediction Center's probability of a severe wind, and it pretty well matches the area that could have the large hail. So just imagine this as being a combo graphic of severe wind and severe hail, but I do want to show you, and this is kind of rare, it kind of shocks me. Here's their tornado outlook for today, and they put zero chance. That doesn't actually make sense to me because typically in Michigan, a supercell that develops large hail can also produce a tornado. Now, here's that we need to look at, and you'll see why we talk about a couple of fairly robust severe thunderstorms, and it would be late afternoon and early evening. So let's say 3 to 7 time period, and let's say the northeast quarter, Alpena, Mayo, down through Tawas, Augrey, to the Saginaw, Bay City, Midland area, and into the Thumb is where the severe weather is most likely today. So here's our radar forecast that we like the most, the high resolution rapid refresh, and that is 4 o'clock. This model typically runs an hour late on what happens, so you see something like that. Now, don't take that as an exact location and say, oh, we're in Mayo, we're okay. Oh, we're in Coleman, we're okay. Just take it as that's the idea for this afternoon. 1 or 2 severe thunderstorms taking up about the size of half of a county. And this one takes it from around the north side of the Saginaw Bay City area into the tip of the Thumb. Then it develops a line of thunderstorms, which also could be severe. This is now 9 o'clock at night, and everything starts to weaken. So just keep an eye on it. And then as we go into Saturday, this is Saturday at 1 and 2 in the afternoon. We're still unstable. We still have the cyclonic flow around a storm system, which is kind of rare for it to hang on at this time of the year for a couple of days. And you can get brief 10, 15-minute downpours, 1 or 2 in any one location. So tomorrow I would call it mostly dry, but if you're talking about a spotty shower anywhere, you're also talking about pretty solid chance at clouds. This is the model that we pick up with that goes out longer, and we get to see tomorrow. Note it also at 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock has the clump of severe thunderstorms, Houghton Lake to Alpena, Oscoda, Augrey, Tawas, Saginaw Bay City, Midland, and the Thumb, and then it develops it doesn't really develop that southern line of thunderstorms. And as we go into tomorrow, during the day, you see just spots of some showers. Very common thing I'm seeing is tomorrow it swings through the east part of the state, the Saginaw Valley area, and the Thumb. Rest of the area probably stays dry, the rest of the state. And I actually wanted to bring you to the latest run of this, which isn't the greatest in the short term, but look what it does. It also does one of these isolated big thunderstorms, and the latest now does bring that line down through Flint and into Detroit late this evening. So southern part of the state, you're going to, after these showers wear off this morning, you're going to wait until late evening, really, for thunderstorms. Now we go into the future. So this is our clump of thunderstorms this afternoon, tonight. This is tomorrow. And what this model tries to indicate is that there will be a spotty light shower around a couple of hundredths. But again, that says to me that the clouds dominate over sunshine. And we go to Sunday, midday, light wind. Looks like sun comes back, but it's not a scoured out, dried out atmosphere. So it's probably the puffy clouds. But Sunday, if you try to make the decision, and all of us are trying to make the decision now of what to do. So I'll let you in on a little secret on the Torre Grossa schedule. You know, today we've said, I've got to stick around because there's severe weather potential in the late afternoon, early evening. That's my job. That's what I do. So we're thinking late evening movie. And then we're thinking tomorrow's not really a boating day. So we're thinking something indoors and funny. Fun for the grandkids. And then we're thinking Sunday we're back to boating. Some sunshine on the lake, that kind of thing. So that's the kind of decision that maybe a lot of you are making. Maybe a lot of you are making work decisions. And just bear in mind that the thunderstorms that pop up today certainly could be robust and drop a lot of rain. If they're 1-inch hail producers, then they're also very heavy rain producers. So we go into Sunday, and we're going to call it dry. And then we go to Monday afternoon, and we start to get a little more disturbed, and it looks like an actual storm system again sometime Tuesday. This is Tuesday afternoon and evening. And then trying to dry out for Wednesday. And after that, it looks fairly quiet late next week. Thursday and Friday and Saturday could be dry, and we gradually start to warm up as well. Okay, so this is important too. This is the upper air flow, 15,000 feet up in the ensemble mode, which averages 50 iterations of this run. What I want you to notice is this is what it looks like now. Okay, so see the bend in the jet stream? See the contours, the black lines packed closely together? That's a jet stream. I just want to fast forward all the way to 16 days, and we don't see a big blown up hot high pressure ridge over us, but we do see the storm track lifting north into Canada. We're still on the southern edge of it, and the heights of the atmosphere are a little bit warmer than normal, meaning we should be gradually warming up. And we're probably now going to settle into in mid-July a pattern that we typically settle into in the last week of June. So yeah, I guess we could say that we're probably now 2 to 3 weeks behind on summer. So this is today, and it's muggy in the east, and that's what can fuel the severe thunderstorms, especially around the Saginaw Valley, the Tri-Cities, we call it here on the east side. Saturday, I would call it 72 to 75 degrees with the clouds around. Sunday, I would call it 80 to 85 for all of us. Monday appears to maybe warm up in the southeast and stay in the 70s in the northwest. Then Tuesday, if it is our cloudy, showery day, we're probably stuck in the 70s, and then we gradually steady out into the 80s all the way through next weekend, maybe flirt with a 90 here or there. So, you know, I do think we're at the point where we start to feel like we're getting ripped off on summer. Still, everything shows that we should have a month of mid 80s to near 90 degree temperatures, probably, as I'd call it, you know, the second half of this week on through the end of July into August. Yeah, unless the storm track just continues to dominate over us, and usually it doesn't in late July. Usually it does lift north, and in this kind of case, we would get an occasional couple of hour bursts of thunderstorms. So things are getting better, but I do realize I use my wife as the canary in the coal mine, or the litmus test, and she's starting to get a little bit not having summer cranky, so to speak. So I hear you. But here's the thing on weather. It's a good thing, too, I think. We can't do anything about it. All we can do is roll with it and adjust our plans accordingly. So, hey, thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update, brought to you by Consumers Energy. I'll keep you updated this afternoon, this evening on any severe weather. Large hail in the northeast, Saginaw Bay City, Midland, and the Thumb is the most likely culprit in severe weather. If you have an empty spot in the garage, put the car that you're concerned about in the garage for this afternoon, this evening. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa.